Good morning. It is Thursday, January. It's January. You know it's January. Okay, let's take two. Good morning. It is Thursday, July 20th. We woke up early this morning and we secured our Glacier National Park tickets, reservations that we had to get at 8 a.m. the day before. So we were able to get tickets to Going to the Sun Road and Mini Glacier. That's where we're going to spend our 2 days there. Now we are loading everything up. Chase is getting the camper ready to go. I'm getting a little bit of work done. And then we are headed out. And I'm going to work on the road on the way there.
Glacier National Park.
Woo! Joey's excited.
Mila, you excited?
Mila, are you excited to go to Glacier? We made it. We are only about 30 minutes from Glacier. We are staying at Whispering Pines RV Park, and we are getting the camper all hooked up. And then we're gonna go get us some dinner. It is so hot out here.
We made it.
We made it.
I think Darby already told y'all that. Anyways, we just got everything set up, water, sewer line, electrical slides out. We were greeted with cereal all over our floor. They had fallen out of the box in the pantry. We also had water all over the floor because we forgot to
Empty out the water bowl.
empty out our dog.
It's always something. Every time we move, it's always something. We'll get it figured out probably right before we finish up this whole experience.
Darby also cleaned, swept, mopped, scrubbed the floors right before that. That lasted a good like 20 hours maybe.
Let's see it.
Yeah. But
Fine.
we're here. AC's on.
It never
Dogs.
start kicking because it's like, it was 92 degrees in this camper when I walked in.
Dogs are eating. We're getting cooled down. We're about to go into town to get groceries and get something to eat.
Yeah.
'Cause we're hungry.
And maybe some wine.
Get some wine. Wind down.
Good morning. It is 7 a.m. We are loading all of our stuff up into the Jeep, getting ready to go to Glacier. We were wanting to go a lot earlier than this, but we suck at mornings.
We went to bed at like midnight last night.
Was it that late?
It was after 11.
We're not very good at going to bed early either. So, getting a little bit of a late start. That's okay, because we got our reservations yesterday morning. So, headed to Glacier. See y'all there. I need my sunglasses, goodness gracious. Alright, first mistake of the day. We knew how long it was going to take us to get to the park. But we are oh my goodness, I couldn't see nothing. Hang on just 1 second. There we go. Okay. So the section of the park that we're doing today, that we have our passes for today for only one day, and that is Mini Glacier. We didn't realize that the entrance to Mini Glacier was 2 hours and 45 minutes from our campsite. So we're gonna be getting there quite a bit later than expected. That's okay, we do have to drive all the way through the park to get there. So we're gonna get to see a lot of the park today. And then we're gonna hit go into the Sun Road tomorrow. But we'll take y'all along with us.
Take y'all along with us.
We couldn't see anything. The sun is right in our faces, and the windshield is so dirty. And that would suck, going into the park, not being able to see anything through the windshield.
That's good, right?
Very funny. Right now we are driving, going to the Sun Road. This morning has kind of been somewhat of a disaster, other than the beautiful views that we're getting to see on this road. We were kind of planning on seeing all this tomorrow. Somehow we ended up here. We're still headed to Mini Glacier. I had a whole itinerary picked out for today on my computer that I was going to find on my phone this morning, and I forgot to do so before we lost signal, and I haven't had signal since. So we have really no idea what hikes we were wanting to do or anything when we get to Mini Glacier, but I guess we're gonna try to make the most of it. We found cell signal! I got my itinerary! Okay, we are currently arriving at the St. Mary Visitor Center. So we are at St. Mary's Lake, and we are going towards Mini Glacier, and our first stop is going to be Lake Shermer.
I'm glad we got cell service. I'm glad we have our itinerary. Darby's been freaking out all morning long.
I was so upset.
It's the first time she smiled today.
It is not. But I was not happy. We weren't going to know any of what we were supposed to be doing as far as hiking goes. And it is 9:20. We are so much later than what we wanted, and we have so much to see. We may have to skip over a few things, but it's still going to be a good time. First things first is I have to pee. So we just pulled over and saw a grizzly. That was kind of cool.
It was awesome. It was our first grizzly we've seen.
We only got to see it for like a split second. I kind of got a little bit of it on video. Now we are headed to go get on the ferry if we can find it. And we're having a hard time finding the ferry. That looks like a ferry over there. Anyways, we're getting on the ferry and headed to Grinnell Lake. There's a trail, I think this is the term. There's a trail that you can take where you don't have to get on a ferry, but it's really long, and we are trying to see several other things today. So we are gonna take the ferry, and I think it's about a 3.5 mile hike in and out. So it's gonna take us probably a few hours to complete, but we get to go over this lake on a boat. That's pretty cool.
I just saw the ferry up there.
Yeah.
Alright, we just got off our first ferry. We're taking a trail with the group over to the other lake, to another ferry to get us to
Grinnell Lake.
Grinnell Lake.
The Grinnell Lake Trail. We were incredibly lucky to get on that ferry. There was only 2 spots left, and the people in front of us had 3 people. So they passed, and we were the last 2 people to get on the boat.
We just walked right up to the stand and got on the boat. It was pretty awesome. It is beautiful out here. It's a perfect day for hiking.
So nice.
I think so far we've only spent half a day in Glacier, and I think it's by far our favorite part.
Oh, for sure.
It's
By far.
beautiful.
What is it, our 4th?
Yeah, 4th. Saw that. The flies.
The bugs are very bad out here.
The bugs are bad.
I'm scared to walk and talk. I'm scared one's gonna fly in my mouth.
It's beautiful. There's supposed to be a waterfall. Oh, it's right up here, darling.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
the suspension bridge.
Yeah, we've been looking for a suspension bridge. I think we just found it. All right, so we're gonna get a first look at this together because we haven't seen it yet.
We just saw a moose and its little baby. That was pretty cool. We only got a quick glimpse of it. As soon as we saw it, it took off. But we did read that this trail was pretty popular for moose and bear. So, gotta keep an eye out. The actual prettiest thing I have ever seen in my whole entire life.
Beautiful.
We just saw 2 grizzly bears. They were like right there.
Yeah, these pictures are gonna be awesome.
And now we have to hike back through the grizzly bears and the mooses.
A ton of wildlife here.
I'm a little nervous,
Yeah.
but the grizzly bear ain't stand a chance on me. I'm a little nervous back here about the bears. And they just said they saw a moose. Well, we made it back to the ferry and got in line, and there was too many people in line for us to get on the boat, and we were gonna have to wait another hour for the next ferry, and didn't really want to do that, so now we're hiking instead back to the hotel. And there is no picking us up at the halfway point. We have to go the whole hike, so. And you can tell that this trail is not walked nearly as much as the last trail we were on. And the moose and grizzlies seen today are kind of crazy. They are super active today, everything. And we're all hiking. You can hike on either side of the lake, but we were told that there is a moose in the water on that side, and we're trying to stay clear out of his path.
Saw a snake.
We did see a snake. So we've seen grizzlies, moose, and a snake, and chipmunks.
A lot of chipmunks.
A lot of chipmunks. They're so friendly. They just walk right up to your feet. It's so pretty up here. Looks on this side. Where do you see it? But there. A bird. I'm freaked out, y'all. I don't like this wildlife stuff. It's fine from a distance. We made it.
That was a rough one.
Not really. It was actually like no elevation. I'm just messing with you. RV problem of the day. We got home from Glacier and it was 86 degrees? 86 degrees? 86 degrees in our camper. And we knew that we've been having problems with one of our AC units, and we've kind of just been putting it off because our bedroom AC unit has been keeping the whole camper cool enough. But it's been a hot couple of days, and we got home today, and yesterday was a travel day, so the AC hadn't been running. But that's ice. Huh?
Frozen.
Our AC unit is frozen. So, anyways, yesterday was a travel day, and the camper was bound to get very hot on the road if the AC units weren't running, so we didn't really think too much of it. But we got home today and it was 86 degrees inside. Chase got up on the roof with a water hose and he's spraying out the whole inside of the AC unit, and he just threw down a bunch of ice. So obviously it was frozen on the inside. There was a whole bunch of dirt, and now we're trying to get that thing running again.
Our coils are stopped up with bugs and dirt and leaves and anything else you can think of.
Oh my goodness.
Bad.
You think it'll work when you get done?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, good. Are you gonna do that to the other one?
Yeah, might as well since I'm up here.
Cool. 85 degrees. Our bedroom is not much better. Oh gosh, it's gotten worse. At a whopping 83 degrees. Whew. It's always something, always something. Thank goodness it didn't get too much hotter than that though, because we do have a temperature monitoring system with our security system with SimpliSafe that monitors our indoor temperature, and that way we can leave the dogs. Chase is walking around on the roof. That way we can leave the dogs in the camper and go out and about for a little while and not worry about maybe the electricity going out or something going wrong with our AC unit, for example, and it getting way too entirely hot for our dogs inside. It's just like leaving them in a hot vehicle, which could be very, very bad. And right now we're in Glacier National Park, so one of the coldest areas of the country, but if we were in a much warmer area, this could be really bad. So we do have a temperature monitoring system in the camper that if the temperature were to go above or below a certain temperature, which we were able to set a certain temperature that we desired, if it were to go above or below either of those temperatures, that would activate the security system alarm, and we do have dispatch connected to this alarm, so that would send dispatch out to the address that our camper is currently located. So thank goodness it did not go much higher than that, because then the alarm would have gone off and we would have had a bigger problem. And being in the national park all day like we were, we weren't gonna have signal. So hopefully the AC unit will work after this and we won't have to worry about it anymore. Good morning. It is day 2 of Glacier National Park. Chase got our AC up and running last night, so we are back in business.
Froze us out.
Yeah, we got really cold last night, so that's a good sign. And now we are bagging everything up and walking out the door. We just re-entered the park, and yesterday we got on going to the Sun Road, which it requires a reservation. However, that reservation is a 3-day pass, so we were able to use the same reservation pass for today. And yesterday we went all the way down going to the Sun Road to Mini Glacier, spent the day in Mini Glacier, and then drove back around the southern part of the national park to get back home. There wasn't a whole lot to see on that drive back home yesterday. I mean, it was pretty, but I mean, honestly, we would have just preferred to go back down the going to the Sun Road. So today we're going to just since we didn't have time yesterday to do any of the hiking or any of the stops on going to the Sun Road, we were just headed straight to Mini Glacier. Today we're gonna actually go into the Sun Road and make all of our stops and do some hiking. And we want to drive back down going to the Sun Road to come back home. So we're going to hit about half of our stops there and half of our stops back, and possibly finish at Lake McDonald and maybe throw the kayaks in. We do have them on top of the Jeep with us today. Our first stop is Avalanche Lake. Good job. Look at you. Our first stop is Avalanche Lake. It's going to be an almost 6-mile hike in and out, and not too bad on elevation, but there's supposed to be a beautiful lake at the end of the hike, so it's about to get really pretty.
It's freezing. I got goosebumps.
We are on our way to Avalanche Lake. This is so cool.
We have 80 feet cedar trees, 80 feet tall cedar trees.
I think that's correct. I think that's what this is.
Oh, they are. water break. We're about half mile away. What do you say?
Probably. I think so.
It's
I'm sweating
starting to warm up.
a little bit. Ouch.
Start warm up, and we're feeling it.
I sweat all over the glasses.
Definitely feeling the 700 and something feet elevation.
Mm-hmm.
But we're almost there.
We made it. Wow. Beautiful. We survived
Made it.
our almost 6-mile hike today. And we are making it back to our car. And we're gonna make some sandwiches, eat an early lunch. It is 11 a.m., so not too early.
Big deal.
Oh, one thing we discovered right after we left our Jeep, you know, we had kind of intended on putting our kayak somewhere in the water somewhere today, and we left the kayak lock at the camper.
Yeah.
So
We can get our kayaks off the top of the Jeep, but we can't get them apart.
yeah,
They're locked together.
yeah. And so that may not be an option. May have to do that at another park. It's all right though. We were gonna have to get our boats inspected before we could put them in the water, and that was gonna kind of be out of the way, so we'll make up for it.
We did learn that we're going to start doing all of our hikes in the morning.
So much prettier.
It's so much prettier in the morning. Only bad thing about that is you have to wake up early, and me and Darby are not good at that.
Not at all. Especially me.
Well, we're about to make some sandwiches.
loaded up all of our things, and we are currently leaving Montana. We have had a great 2 months here. We hope you guys have enjoyed tagging along with us. We hope you enjoyed Glacier as much as we did. I think that was probably our favorite spot in the whole state. And we are now headed to our next destination, which is right outside of Seattle, Washington. We are stopping overnight in Spokane to split up our drive a little bit. We'll get there in about 4.5 hours driving time. I'm sure we'll throw in a couple stops on our way there. And then in the morning, we'll wake up and head to Sultan, which is just east of Seattle, first thing, and set up camp there. And we plan on being there for about 3 to 4 weeks. So that concludes our Montana series. We've got a playlist created on YouTube for all of our Montana videos, and our next video will start our Washington series. That playlist will include Washington. We're gonna try to hit several national parks and maybe even go up into Canada while we're there. So if you guys are enjoying tagging along with us and want to continue watching, be sure to like our page and subscribe to our YouTube channel.